Hello and welcome to the Forgeborn Finishing School. Casey, Kid, and Core here. We'll be analyzing Forgeborn battles to help take your game to the next level. Hey everyone, Casey, Kid with another quick card thought here. Before we get into it, just wanted to give a heads up. We are clearing up with our first of 4 cards for the quick card thoughts, and we're going to move into the next set. We're going to go with set 2, Battle for White Fang Pass next time. So if there's a card that you want to see me talk about, give my thoughts on, please drop that in the comments below. I'm really excited to talk about cards that are kind of on the cusp and people don't really know if they're good, or if you have something, that you're not sure how it's best used. Those are the kind of cards we're looking for. What we don't want to talk about, is Rumble Spark or some of the other cards that are already well known, well used. So let us know what cards you want to see in the comments. Thanks. And now we're going to get into our card here, the last of our set ones for this iteration, and that is the Gloomreaper Hag. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, this isn't a very exciting card. But recently, anytime that this card's name has been dropped or people have talked about it, I always just hear like a, Gloomreaper Hag. And I'm the exact opposite. When I see this in a deck, I go, oh, Gloomreaper Hag, all right. Like, that is a card that has value to me out of almost any cycle, and it's better than a lot of the worst cards out there. And so if you were to drop this card on every single level, that's you gaining 9 health and you taking 9 health from your opponent. That's 18 health. That's a pretty big deal. But not only that, the stats on this thing are pretty good. It actually gets a little bit weaker in the third cycle, but first cycle is a 7-5. That's pretty much taken almost anything off the board, right? If this had 8 attack, that'd be a little bit better to reach that Dark Heart Sorcerer. But 7-5 is very strong. Oftentimes, it lets you clear a creature and gain some health, as well as take some health from your opponent. 8-6 at 2, not too shabby. 9-8 isn't the worst at cycle 3, but it's also not the greatest. So that's the one you want to play the least, generally speaking. But it can put your opponent in a little bit of a bind sometimes if they're low on health and this is something you drop in cycle 3. So think of this card as one of the best fillers you can get for a deck. That's how I kind of look at it. I'm never disappointed to see this. But on the other hand, I'm never extremely excited. I'm not going to build a deck around it, but this is just a phenomenally stable card in your deck that's always going to find use, I think. So let me know what your thoughts are on the Gloomreaper Hag below. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you've had success with it. That's all my comments for the Gloomreaper Hag. Thanks. Thanks for attending this lesson of the Forgeborn Finishing School. If you liked this video, please subscribe, comment, or consider donating to our Patreon account. We look forward to our next lesson.